Do you use these things to keep Darkwing in line? Or Sinclair?
Darkwing and Sinclair don't have your abilities.
Abilities I only use to help people.
Who are you helping right now? You see things one way and you won't make room for any other viewpoint. You threaten people who disagree with you.
I don't threaten.
No? Because you're scaring the out of me right now.
Invincible is one of the best series that has come out in recent years. You can even argue it's one of the best of all time. But one thing you can argue with is its characters being compelling and, honestly, the best part of the show. But that's a whole other argument I can make the 15-minute long essay about. And it's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about the Mishandles Cecil, my favorite character, in, ironically, the best episode of the show, episode 8. I thought, shut up. Cecil has dark morals, there's no denying that, but he always goes out of his way to make sure Earth is safe and has countermeasures for everything. All that said, I think Cecil's actions in episode 8 of Invincible are a complete assassination of his character, and before I get cooked in the comment section, let me explain. Cecil puts Conquest in some bullshit iron box with tons of TNT under it, going against Mark's wishes, but that's not the main thing. The problem is, why did Cecil not send Conquest into the sun? Like, I get Cecil's a bit sketchy, giving Sinclair a job and all, but this feels like it crosses a line, especially knowing that Conquest is stronger than Nolan and a psychopath. That is not a right choice. It's not even in the conversation. I am on Team Cecil on episode 1 going forward. Why give villains the novelty of not killing them, but not letting them redeem themselves? I think Sinclair is a bit of a stretch, but Darkwing was still fighting crime before getting reformed, even if we was using questionable methods. Cecil operates in a grey area. It comes with the job. His task is to minimize casualties as much as possible, and he can't prioritize being idealistic like Mark wants to be when the wrong thing gets the job done. It's just logically better to do. He wires a metaphorical and literal bomb into his best agent's brain because he needed a countermeasure in the remote case he turned out like his dad. That's the limit this man is willing to push himself to keep this planet safe. So, after all of this, tell me why is Cecil keeping an active and dangerous threat on a planet, even if he is in a cage that, let's be fucking real, won't do anything against him. He's planet level, that is TNT, and we've seen Viltrumites survive much, much worse than TNT. Let's give Cecil the benefit of the doubt and think about why he's doing this. There are 3 reasons I thought about just now. He wants to know more about the Viltrum Empire, he wants to use him against the Viltrumites, and he wants to know Viltrumite weaknesses. Okay, so starting from number 1, that's what the story is hinting at. I think it's still not right to keep him alive. He's thousands of years old. He is a psychopath, and we've seen Viltrumites survive worse than what the TNT's tactic on Conquest is. But even more than those reasons, he's not the biggest fan of the Empire, but he's still not going to betray them. He's an honorable man, kinda, but regardless, unless the plot acts like he's an actual danger and makes him say anything, he's not gonna say jack shit. I mean, this guy laughs off planet-busting punches. What the fuck is Cecil gonna do? Ask nicely? And third, we already know. Like, seriously, we know that high-pitched sounds can confuse Viltrumites, hurt them, stun them, make them vulnerable, and take, most importantly, their arguably largest asset flying from them, even if temporarily. I haven't read the comics, but I know that at some point we get to know that high temperatures kill Viltrumites if they're exposed to them for too long of a time. I don't know when this exactly happens, but I think it's gonna be soon, since we're, from what I hear, approaching the Viltrumite War for convenience, or the show being ruined, because let's be honest, it's not it's still one of the best superhero shows of all time, and I'm sure the comic will reach even higher heights, because the comic, let's be real, has changed superhero landscape as we know it. It's redefined cliches of the genre, except for, the romance subplots, but that's not real lot you've got to work with. And that's a whole other can of worms I could open just now, but I'm not gonna do that. It's about undermining many people's favorite character. He's even my favorite character. The things that make Cecil so good are his moral dilemmas, his moral grayness, and his ruthless competence, not his driving the plot forward by keeping villains alive and still an asset to fucking, beat Mark up or something. Anyway, that was my only gripe with episode 8, and my only problem with season 3 as a whole, actually. Thanks for watching and sticking with my yap until this point. Consider leaving a comment and subscribe if you want, Bye!